On that note, so let's say you could like wave a magic wand and make change quickly and safely and whatever. Like, what do you think would be the best way to leverage AI to enhance, the current educational assessment experience?
Well, I think everyone goes with the personalized thing, and that
Okay.
is the big thing, because we're all different, aren't we? And we're all on a different path and different journey at the moment. We've been measured as if we're all the same people, and as if schools are factories and churning out the same polished products, and that's not the case. So ideally, you want to be in a situation where everyone has a personal learning experience, has a personal assessment experience as part of that, because assessment is still very valid in that process of making a call. But how you are assessed could vary from person to person, whether it's someone doing a presentation, whether it's someone doing an essay, whether it's someone doing a practical activity, the kind of performance-based or simulation. So that's the I suppose the dream really is to personalize the whole approach to the system and setup. Um, how we get there and whether we get there is a kind of different thing. But I think there's some great initiatives underway at the moment. I know that it's going to be quite hard for the education system as a whole, which is quite a big. It's like a super tanker. The turning circle of the education system is very slow and unwieldy,
Right.
and we will see. I think we'll see parts of society and community really kind of excel and lean into this, and we will see, unfortunately, some being left behind, I suppose, as well as part of it. But yeah, I think moving towards a personalized kind of experience, as well as leveraging AI for kind of augmented or even collaborative space, so going into an assessment where you're working with an agent throughout the kind of learning experience. When you take the examination, you're alongside the same agent who's been judging you along that process as well, and maybe there is a bit more of a summative assessment task, but they know what to expect from you, and they're able to process all the information and make those kind of fair, standardized kind of judgment calls across people, so we know where we are, but not necessarily use that as a leverage for the institutions that are involved. And this is the other issue: that's the whole funding cycle,
Right.
results, funding connections. There, it's just wrong, really.
Right. Yeah, that's really interesting because we at Virtual Sapiens, we have an AI communication tool. So we have professionals who are engaging with our AI in a conversational way and then getting feedback from the AI and kind of interacting with the AI as a coach. And it's great because the individuals get access to their own personalized coach. The interesting thing is that the learning mechanism is I don't know if you ever see this too, but sometimes we get oftentimes we'll get people who confuse AI with magic.
Yeah, yeah,
And people will be like, okay, like they'll be like, great, so like within my account, like my AI will be like remembering the conversations we had and then like getting smarter as I interact with it and all this. And we often have to explain that it's actually not how it works, and that there's like the global LLM that we're referencing. And yes, that LLM is certainly, be constantly being updated and fed information, not necessarily yours because of the way ours is set up, but that the updates you will get are not actually necessarily from like within your private tiny little account. It's just um, funny to see the mismatch already between expectation and reality.
yeah, yeah. Well, that's every release we see that, though, don't we? We all go wow, and for the first 5 minutes of it, and then within half an hour we're expecting the next release or something like that. But
Yeah.
there's that side of it, and then there's the other side that I think there's a whole part of society that just has not experienced any of this so far. I was talking to my mum the other day about it, and she's disabled, and there's so many benefits that AI could bring to her in a kind of the way she lives and works and does things. But it's partially not there. Her kind of experience so far is Alexa, which is, as we all know, quite old tech now, really, isn't it, in the cycle? But it could do so many more things for it. The operator model that's just been released. The idea that you could get it to do all your shopping for you. You take a picture of the fridge, and it knows what you normally eat, what you're going to help plan the meal out for you in a conversation, and then put that order together for the week. Those kind of things are just incredible, aren't they? Really, and
Yeah,
supply that model to education, and wow, boom time.
totally, totally.